Hi everyone, welcome to another segment of Care Connection. I'm Nikki Lewis, the Coalition Coordinator for the West Springfield Care Coalition, and joining us today we have Sarah Moriarty from the Hampden County Tobacco-Free Community Partnership. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
So today we're going to dive into some of the harms of tobacco use. We want to start off, we're wondering, what are the harms of tobacco? Is it just the harms of nicotine? How are they related? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, nicotine is the addictive property that's found in a traditional cigarette, and this is the thing that we're finding a lot in these e-cigarettes and these vaping products. And it's an addictive property, so it's certainly not safe.
And are there other dangers besides just the nicotine in some of these products, specifically vaping? We know that some of these products have flavoring in them. Are there other chemicals too that we should be concerned about?
Well, one of the issues is that we're not quite sure what's in these products. So what we do know is there's nicotine, and that can certainly change an adolescent brain. So when we're talking about a youth using these vaping products, the issue with the changing of the adolescent brain is that when a youth introduces nicotine into their system, they can actually change the brain, which sets them up to be susceptible to addictions later in life, which is a huge issue. Some of the other substances that are found in some of these common vaping products are heavy metals, tin, lead, nickel. That's a huge issue. You don't want to introduce those things into your lungs. There's volatile organic compounds found in these products. There's diacetyl. That's the product that produces that issue called popcorn lung. So these are all things that you don't want to be introducing into your system. We also know that secondhand vape smoke is not harmless to people. So just the same way you wouldn't want to be around secondhand smoke, you don't want to be around secondhand vape.
Exactly. Thank you. And I know one of the other things that we hear often is that isn't vaping less harmful than traditional combustible cigarettes? So could you talk about why, even if some people might want to use these products as a nicotine replacement therapy,
Right.
Are there dangers still involved in that?
Right. Well, what we're finding is that with these e-cigarettes, such as one of the popular ones is Juul. So in these tiny little Juul pods, there's as much nicotine in that Juul pod that is in an entire pack of traditional cigarettes. So that's an awful lot of nicotine. And now you're talking about a youth who's using that Juul, and a youth who might not have had access to a traditional pack of cigarettes, might not have been able to purchase a traditional pack of cigarettes. So that's a huge issue. That's a youth who might not have been using that device as a cessation device. So there's a real difference there. You're not talking about an adult who's trying to quit smoking or trying to use the e-cigarette as a cessation device. You're talking about a youth who might not have been initiated to nicotine at all.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing that important information, and thank you for joining us today on our segment of the Care Connection.
You're welcome.
And thank you all so much for tuning in at home. And remember, collaborative accountability reaches everyone.